Why do private sector engagement interventions fail? And how can we possibly fix them? That's the topic I'm exploring today. Hello, welcome to today's episode. And in today's episode, what I thought I would do is fly through 5 reasons private sector engagement interventions fail and how we can possibly fix them. The very first of those is misaligned incentives. What do I mean by that? So private sector actors generally prioritize profit, and economic development programs prioritize socio-economic development changes. That may cause private sector engagement intervention failure if we don't find a way to align these incentives. So how do we fix it? When we do market assessment, what we need to focus on are business opportunities or opportunities that provide overlap between profit and socioeconomic changes. So climate-friendly agricultural services, digital solutions, energy, renewable energy or climate-friendly energy. So these are ways that if we focus on those things, then we may have alignment of incentives. The second is insufficient local context. So private sector actors may not in every case, but may not fully understand the socio-economic and political dynamics of a particular context. So it's important for us as economic development professionals to ensure that we promote these private sector actors or partners that we may have work to promote them or facilitate them to work with local experts, the communities, and civil society. That will hopefully engineer context-specific solutions and possibly a scalable solution. The third reasons that private sector engagement interventions fail is the short-termism and exit strategies that we have for these interventions. So for short-term, what is it? So what I mean by this, by short-termism, is that economic development programs are essentially driven by the project cycle, the program cycle, and private sector actors are driven by budget cycles. So we have to find a way to align these two things and ensure that we focus on the long-term goals, because socioeconomic changes are typically long-term goals. At least that's the mandate we have in economic development, whereas profit-driven incentives is about investing and exploring the investment as much as possible. So how do we fix it? We fix it by ensuring that we incorporate long-term planning into our interventions. All of the interventions we do, we're promoting really significant investment and business models that can be built up and scale going forward, or at least not just in the short term, but in the long term. The fourth reason is overestimation of risk. So private sector actors are generally risk averse, although they have risk return formulas, but typically they overestimate the risk in the areas that we're inviting them to invest in. So as economic development professionals, what we ought to do is then find a way to buy down this risk, these interventions, maybe tailored guarantees, insurance, and concessional capital. That will potentially fix the overestimation of risk. The other reasons that private sector engagement fail is limited capacity of local businesses. So most of the time, the areas that we're bringing private sector actors to, the local businesses in those areas or the people in those areas do not have the right skills and technology and financing capability to take advantage of the opportunities we're bringing into them. It then means that for us as economic development programs, we have to have at the core of our private sector engagement capacity building, training initiatives, and a way to do a proper needs assessment of what the private sector partner needs and how to align that with our training initiatives and capacity building efforts. So these are the 5 reasons that I thought I'll bring to you today to show you why private sector engagement fails and the possible ways we can fix them. I'm sure you can think of very many more. That's my lot for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.